We now go to the recognized member's right to speak for 3 minutes. We'll start with Betty Berger. Not on, okay. Stuart Burkhead. Mr. Burkhead?
Yeah, yes, I'm here.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Okay, good morning. Deb and I have been owners in Foxfire for 26 years. We met a lot of good friends and had some good experiences there. There's been some positive investments over the past years, the maintenance facilities being the most recent, the clubhouse 15 years ago, the gate access 21 years ago, and of course the additional 9 holes, and that was 25 years ago, even though people kind of refer to it now as still the new 9. We believe that that we really need to get current with competing clubs in the surrounding area. The entire strategic plan really needs to be implemented. There's been a lot of excellent thought put into it. The committee has done a great job and has put together a great proposal, which I believe is very affordable and will support socialization trends in clubs. That's what's happening in clubs today. Also, a very good return on investment. For 82 cents a day to get what is in the plan is an extremely good plan. And we also can take advantage of very low interest rates right now. So we need to take that into consideration. We haven't had any significant investments in amenities in 15 years. Debbie and I are requesting support from the board, the entire board, to get a complete plan implemented. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Burkhead. Chad Calnan.
Here we go. My father loved Foxfire. He was thrilled when Lynn and I got a place there 8 years ago. He believed Foxfire was an adult playground full of fun, loving, friendly neighbors. He loved people, parties, competition, golf, bocce, and card games. My father also loved rules and never hesitated to enforce them. Take your hat off indoors, open doors for women, keep your sport coat on, be honest, dry your chest first, take responsibility, be a leader, be nice, leave things better than you found them. I trust that our neighbors who prefer not to change the golf course or improve amenities sincerely believe the changes are not worth the inconvenience, club and course loss of use, or the monetary cost. Or maybe some believe the plans are not going far enough, and I respect they might be right. I believe that Foxfire is a wonderful place, but there is a need for improvement. We are losing our culture as a polite, caring, welcoming community. If the amenities are not improved, it's going to be less fun to live here. By not staying current with other communities, we'll find it difficult to attract new buyers. Foxfire is dated and losing its attractiveness. I want to thank the committees. The proposals have been thoughtfully created by the Greens, SPC, and Finance. They are attractive, creative, and affordable. We need to respect the committee's work and allow the board to give them full consideration. Allow the committees to convey their recommendations and conclude their portion of the process. I suggest an implementation committee be formed to recommend the least disruptive, most economic and efficient way to accomplish the multiple plans. After the implementation plan is offered to the members, an intelligent vote is possible. Thank you, board, for all your work. When you are in leadership, everything is your responsibility. I believe when the majority of the board makes a decision, the entire board should support and work towards accomplishing that decision. As a team, prior to voting, you have the opportunity to discuss your opinions, and thereafter the vote, the responsibility to work together to accomplish the decision. The last 20% of any project takes 80% of the work. I hope the board will work to ensure that employees, all committees, all association boards completely understand the proposals. The members need to fully understand in order to appreciate and hopefully then desire the plans. Members need time to study the renderings, read descriptions, see timelines, socialize and challenge the plans with their friends and families. The members need to become comfortable with the proposal, and then we have a chance to have a majority become agreeable. Back to my father. Take responsibility, be leaders. Men, take your hats off, be nice. The reason you dry your chest first is so you don't get a cold. I would like to leave Foxfire better than I found it, and always use statistics in a debate. Make them up if you have to. Thank you. Okay, and I also have a letter from Helen Wessling that she's asked me to read. Okay, and kind of same theme. She wrote, my dad bought into Foxfire at its inception in 1984, when he was in his early 50s. Most of the buyers of that time were in their 50s, early 60s, with many seasonal residents like my dad who were excited to be part of one of the first bundled communities in Naples. Golf, tennis, dining were the amenities offered and desired 35 years ago. Now I am in my late 50s and have been a seasonal resident for the past 11 years and an occasional visitor prior to that. Just like my dad, I have made many wonderful, treasured friends here and have come to love this community and now serve as a volunteer on a couple of committees. I remember Foxfire being in dire straits with the real estate downturn that started in 2006. Lawns were dead and gardens were overgrown as residents were unable to choose or not maintain their properties. Foreclosures were high and Foxfire looked like a fire sale with for sale signs littered throughout the community. Until the signs were banned, I watched Fire recover from the real estate downturn and have been greatly impressed with and grateful for the golf course beautification initiative. With all the beautiful gardens and plantings at the tee boxes and throughout the course, for the beautification of Kingsway with all the new trees. We have made wonderful incremental improvements recently, and now it's time to continue the historical commitment to make Foxfire better by moving forward and improving the amenities that are desired and valued by this generation and future generations. The Finance Committee and the board have worked hard to structure a financing package that is both very affordable and very flexible. There is a modest upfront assessment and modest future contributions to the Capital Improvement Fund, with an agreed upon cap on the monthly payment for a maximum of 10 years, with the highly likelihood that the contributions could be needed for less than 10 years. With the proposed structure, we have the flexibility to adjust members' monthly capital contributions downward if the projects are slowed down due to permitting or economic issues. I believe that we're getting a huge bang for the buck. And when you look at extensive amenities, we are receiving for the most modest payments. I am very excited about the future of Foxfire and want to be part of its success. With a yes vote for combined golf amenity package, I respectfully ask the board and our community to come together, move forward with a combined golf amenity package with the proposed affordable and flexible financing package. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. Kathy Connors?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can. Go ahead.
So first of all, I want to thank the board, and I especially want to thank whoever your technical support team is, because this is a real improvement in order to be able to participate. So thank you. This morning, I want to appeal to you to support the emotional well-being of the relationships in our Foxfire community. Part of the unrest is the fact that we have not seen accomplishments of our strategic plan in too many years. It is time to rally around this Something for Everyone plan to heal our community. I know you care, so care enough to be leaders and endorse this plan that allows us to move forward. Please give our members the opportunity to see accomplishments. This plan puts the golf course first with a total package of amenities. There truly is something for everyone, and you can lead us to success. So if you need to make a decision, you need to make a decision. Do you want to lead half of our community, or do you want to be a leader who includes our entire community in the best interest of Foxfire for our future? Please be a catalyst to end divisiveness. Continuing to offer options only continues divisiveness. I also think that it is impossible to legally accept an option with money attached when you can vote for more than one option. But that's just an opinion. I don't have a legal opinion on that. So please be leaders. If you work together, you will bring our community together, and that's exactly what we need. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Good morning. I'd like to take this opportunity to express my thanks and appreciation to those who have worked very hard and committed members of our association. Barry and his committee, Joe Green's committee, Lynn, the finance committee, and certainly Dr. Canetta and the board of directors. It's not easy to meet the needs and wants of 1,500 plus or minus members, some of whom have been here longer than Eleanor and me. To those who have been here since the late 80s and 90s, you bought into a bundled community of 18 holes, a thoroughfare from Davis Boulevard to Radio Road, a Moon Lake exit, the promise of a clubhouse, and Peppermint Patio. You all got what you paid for then, and some wanted to keep it that way. But there were those who saw a way to make Foxfire a more vibrant and joyful place. It won't be easy. First, let's add nine more holes. Some said 18's just fine. That's what I bought. That's what I want. That's what I paid for. We all know how that turned out. A new clubhouse, but we already have one, and a grill room with a bar. It's only for drunks, and it'll open the PUD. Gates at Davis Boulevard and Radio Road. They won't work. We'll be stuck inside. The ambulance can't get in. What about fire and police? Kingsway traffic doesn't bother my condo anyway. New greens, fairways, and tees. It's fine the way it is. We're not gray oaks. I can't putt anyway. Our true tennis courts. I don't even play tennis. What are hard true courts anyway? There are plenty of other courts. I didn't buy in Foxfire to play tennis. There's a message here and a theme that makes Foxfire what it is today and what it could be tomorrow. If not now, when? When will we come together to respond to the work of our members? Trying to make this club what it can be. Hopefully. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Eckberg. Ken Fallon, Mr. Fallon?
Yes, you did.
It's all right.
Go ahead, Ken, we can hear you.
I just have a question, and the question is, given that, well, it's based on what appears to be a board decision to put out a package that includes golf and amenities together with financing plans that are extremely well done. But my question is, what is Plan B for the board if the proposal is defeated? And that's all I have to say.
Well, I think Plan B would be to do what we've talked about previously, to attempt to lock in vendor pricing and see if we can come up with a compromise proposal and revote a compromise. But again, I hearken back to the special board meeting we had the other day where after a lot of discussion, we appeared to have achieved some measure of consensus about the plan you'll hear about and how to finance it. And that's what we intend to pursue today.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Michael Feeney.
Not here.
Okay, Maria Gagne. Maria,
Unmute.
She's unmuted.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
we can, go ahead.
I just wanted to state my thoughts as well, as if I haven't done it before. But as many people have said this morning, I support the plan as it was presented on September 15th. That's the entire plan with all of the amenities, the enhanced golf, everything in that package. And I want to move forward with that. The fact that we're starting to pick this thing apart in small pieces just doesn't sit well with me. And as a member of the Friends of Foxfire, there are too many other members who have told us that they want the full package. They want amenities. They don't want to just move forward with one or another. And the compromise that has been offered is we can't do it all at once, and we're willing to accept that. And I'm trying to speak for everybody, but I have to speak mostly for myself. And if that's the case, then we're willing to do that. But my big concern is that the timing of the vote is being done in such a way that we might not be able to bring all of our our Foxfire members on board in time to be fully aware of what's taking place, to be fully informed, and we're assuming that there will be a communication effort in place to be able to get us to that 466. So my concern is the timing here, and I feel like we're getting rushed into this because of a vendor. But the bottom line is, I think so many of us want to bring Foxfire up to date and bring it to a competitive position with our other CIRA communities. And the board and the committees have done such a great job trying to cost this out and making it a reasonable expense for all members. So I'm asking the board now to please move forward with courage, act as one team, and help bring the membership back together as one community where we've always thought that life here is just like a permanent vacation. Thank you.
Thank you. Mary Kay Leonard.
Hi, can you hear me?
Mary Kay.
Hi, I'm Mary Kay Leonard. My husband John and I just purchased a villa on Kingsway in August during the pandemic, so we haven't been there yet, but we're looking forward to it. Thanks for allowing us to speak. It's really nice to have this opportunity. We decided to buy in Foxfire after many visits over the years, and we based it on three things: the golf, the friendly people that we met along the way, it's just a really happy place, and how the organization is run. So we're really impressed by that. Really want to say we're impressed by your communication about COVID. Just wanted to mention that. You've done a really great job with that. Because we have this information about Foxfire, that's why we chose to come here. However, there's a lot of people that don't know about Foxfire, and they would probably base their decisions on looking at amenities, which need upgrading in my opinion, even though I love being there. I really hope for some better amenities and some upgrades to keep us current with this growing market in Naples. I can't imagine selling our place, we just bought it, but there are a lot of people there that possibly in the future, and maybe myself, will need to sell or want to sell, and these amenities will increase our property values. I really believe that. We both believe that. And even though we are golfers, we don't play bocce or tennis, or at least we don't yet. We feel that all amenities should be upgraded for everyone. Like you said in your package, you know, there's something for everybody in this package. It's pretty minimal costs. You're taking advantage of the interest rates and also have done a great job laying it all out and not adding a lot of extra cost through the members. So that's our opinion on that. We will definitely 100% support the full amenities package, and we're looking forward to meeting everybody and hopefully sitting by a fire pit and meeting you all. We're pretty fun, so we look forward to meeting you. So thanks for the opportunity to speak.
Well, thank you, and we look forward to getting to know you. Jim McGee, please
Can you
unmute.
hear me?
Yep.
Okay, great.
We can hear you.
Marilyn and I moved here in 2001. We spent 2 years prior to that looking around at communities up and down the coast, East Coast, West Coast. They're not like the East Coast at all, but the West Coast seemed to be a much friendly, united group of people, and particularly in Foxfire, in a bundled community where they work together for the purpose of enjoying each other and the community with a bunch of amenities. We didn't choose any one amenity. We felt we might want to participate in tennis, golf, and we didn't have bocce then. But we saw it as a community. I was president of a board of trustees in Massachusetts of a golf club for 16 years. We had many issues that came up with regards to funding projects. We finally came to a master plan, which included a full new clubhouse, roofing on all the roofs, and many amenities. We found after years of trying to get it financed that many groups became divided, and we started talking about them as tennis groups, golf groups. It wasn't one community. So we put together a master plan. Barry did it in his group and other groups who participated in it, a master plan. I like the idea of a master plan in which includes everyone and all the amenities together. We're one community, and one community that's going to work together. I see in the clubhouse the idea of, well, there's the bocce group, there's the tennis group, there's the golf group, and we pit each other against each other, and the disharmony is really destroying the whole feeling of this as a community. It's a community as a whole. It's one community. I think there's an excellent plan that's been presented by Barry and his group. And I suggest we look at it as one plan and not try to divide it out by voting on separate parts of it at a time. That became very divisive. We've got a finance plan that's very, very economical. And I think there's probably ways of making that finance plan even more attractive to people. We looked at the maintenance building. It took years for us to get the maintenance building built because the permitting and the construction and whatever, it took 2 or 3 years. And over that time, you know, maybe there's a way when we look at the number of things that are in the master plan, that there's a way to finance it over a period of time and not just collect all the money at the beginning, but over phases. In phase 1, we're going to do this much, and phase 2, this much, and phase 3. But don't divide them out and vote on them separately. Vote on it at one time, one plan, and let's get it done. And I think that's what a lot of people are, you know, we've seen for now 2 or 3 years of piecemealing this and try to vote on once, you know, the golf course, then we vote on bocce, then we want to vote on tennis. Let's make one plan. And we see ourselves staying here for a lot more years. And we'd like to participate in all things, but not be looked at as, well, we're the golf people, or we're the tennis people, or the bocce people. We are the people of the club. It should be one club working together in one harmonious way in which everything's accessible and available to everyone. I suggest and recommend that in a vote that it's one plan that's presented, and as you vote yes for it or no for it, and not try to divide it out to Bocce and other areas. That's our thoughts on it. We love this place, and we think the people here have worked very hard to make it a great community. I think we want to keep that community, but I think there's a lot of room to improve the disharmony that's in this community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McGee.
Hi, this is Diane Myers. Can you hear me?
We can, Diane. Go ahead, please.
So I'd like to present an analogy, like a metaphor, to try to bring another perspective to this discussion. So here goes. You've achieved a goal you've been working on since high school. You worked hard, studied, and actually got accepted into the college of your dreams. You're pursuing your law degree. Nothing matters more than that to you, except maybe football. Your college has a great team, and you love that it is in the top 10. You are proud of your team. You brag about your team with friends going to other schools. You have no interest in crew, no interest in the running team. You would never take a ballet class or any other dance class. But the school is building a new auditorium that will be much larger and able to support the growing interest of other students in other ethnic dance forms. You have friends who are interested in these. You are doing and participating in everything that you love and are happy that your friends are able to attend the same college as you while they are doing what they love. You are all here together at the end of each school day, celebrating the running team's big win today, or that the annual ballet performance is sold out. You're all having a wonderful college experience and gather every evening over a few beers to share your victories, encourage each other during trials, and just be together. Foxfire is our senior year in our chosen college of life. Why has our attitude towards people who don't think and feel exactly the same way we do have changed? Why can't we celebrate our differences? We are all here in Foxfire together. Let's unite on this proposal for the good of the whole. Let's make Foxfire a place we can all be proud of and show off when friends and family come to visit. Do we want to be just another sleepy golf community, a long-kept secret, or be front page news? Thank you.
Thank you, Diane.
I spoke in Tuesday's meeting in support of the Greens and strategic planning committees, and I'm not going to rehash that today, but I would like to add a few comments. I believe we have two donkeys here in Foxfire. They are named Golf and Amenities, and they are attached to a wagon named Foxfire's Future. Until these donkeys find a way to pull together, Foxfire's future is going nowhere. Now, this may be a tired and corny metaphor, but it certainly applies in this case. Maybe it's time to recognize that these donkeys really represent improvements. Improvements in broken irrigation, outdated grass, short game layout, tiny fitness center, old cart barn, limited outdoor seating, outdated tennis and bocce facilities, undersized halfway house kitchen and grill room. There's nothing new here. These are all existing features which sorely need help. If we can adjust our vocabulary and our thinking, we may recognize that no matter which improvement rides on which donkey, they are important to some, if not all of our neighbors in Foxfire's future. Maybe, just maybe, we can get 466 votes to ensure that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Perkins.
So I'll just briefly say that I'm impressed with the thoughts of the previous people. They've obviously given great consideration to it. I also am in the camp of, if we're going to do this, let's do it right. And so I think we should go forward with fixing this community for everybody involved. So I appreciate being able to speak.
Thank you.
Go back to Chet Murphy.
Okay, we'll go back to Chet Murphy. Mr. Murphy, unmute, please.
Yes, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Have you ever looked back on your decisions in life and wondered if you made the right choices? What if I took a different path? would it have affected me and my family in a more positive or negative way? Is your quality of life something that you often ask yourself the question, am I maximizing my opportunity to enjoy every day with the things that are important to me? My name is Chet Murphy. My wife Carol and I took a hard look at our ability to maximize life's new opportunities before us. It was called retirement. There were many reasons we settled on Foxfire, great location, terrific golf with 27 holes. But beyond that, we had other expectations that were important to ensure our quality of life was everything we had worked so long and hard for. We wanted to be in an environment that was not stuffy and where our new friendships would not be dictated by what we did for a living or how much money we have. We also had on our bucket list a desire to spend time doing the things that often got backburnered while working and raising a family, like getting physically fit, getting back to my tennis game, and exploring new opportunities that would make our choice of where to be in Naples one to look back on with rave reviews. We recognized that Foxfire did not have everything on the proverbial bucket list, but we assumed there was a genuine effort being made by everyone to rejuvenate the aging facilities. We wanted to be part of a club that had the foundation of economic value coupled with our quality of life needs. It is regrettable that I speak to you today to express our dissatisfaction with the outcome of our expectations. The dissatisfaction at its highest level is the disappointment of how our membership is dealing with proposed change. We all have our bucket lists. Not all are the same, but the facts of life are that progress requires change. Eventually, we upgrade the old car that does not have the new features and safety benefits that we want and need. We upgrade our TVs and phones, even our golf clubs. We would not need a pro shop if there was only to sell 1980 vintage golf clubs or to dine in restaurants that have no creative change in both appearance and selections. So first and foremost, we must accept the need for change and at the same time realize that changes should and do affect all of our members. We have a responsibility to each other to see that the quality of life expectations are provided to everyone. Every subgroup has equal say in the amenities that are of their choosing. It is unfortunate that some people feel that golf is our #1 asset. I assure you that the most important asset Foxfire has is its people. People make Foxfire a place to rave about or a place to rage about. We have become a divided community over issues that are me-oriented versus Foxfire-oriented. The discord has grown with an increased intensity, and the outlook is dismal at best if we stay on the same path. I encourage the board, as well as all of our members listening today, to recognize that we can achieve the amenities that complement our bucket list. Our biggest challenge is for everyone, and let me say again, for everyone, to put aside the emotions that are driving this discord. Successful change is not driven by emotion, but by planning. I urge everyone to rethink your position on what is just for you and what is best for everyone. Board member Jim Moore at Tuesday's special meeting made it clear that dedicated hard work of many have paved the way for us to enjoy everyone's wish list of amenities. The new proposed plan can provide something for everyone at a modest cost. I ask that the board vote today to approve the issuing to our membership a vote to adopt golf course and amenities master plan and funding. I also ask our members to vote based on logical and planned progress, not on decisions that you have dug your heels into the ground on and are based on emotion. Lastly, I encourage members to become involved in the workings of our organization. I had the privilege of serving on the communications committee for 5 years. Doing so provided me a unique opportunity to fully understand the workings of our club. Those who criticize and call out others with ongoing criticism would be better informed were they to engage rather than express rage. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today.
Thank you, Chet. Who's next?
Thank you very much, fellow members. My wife, Katie, and myself would like to thank you for your time, and we fully support, again, we fully support the proposal to add these new and upgraded amenities to all the people in Foxfire. We are relatively newer members here, and we think this plan will create a vibrant and progressive community now and in the future. this plan of the Foxfire mission statement. I urge the board members to start this process and to keep our community involved and get this done. I agree with most of the people who've spoken today. And as Barry Murphy elegantly said, this is a no-brainer. Please vote yes for this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Tilton.
Frank
Frank Walsh?
Not here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Vicky Yunker? Vicky, if you would unmute. Okay, go ahead.
Hello, thank you. First of all, Rich and I are hoping that the board will take the initiative and move forward with the combo package of both amenities and golf course improvements. With that being said, I do want to say a thank you to Joe Collins for attempting to come up with a compromise, something in the middle, which who knows, that may be something we have to do in the future. But for right now, my question is, what is the wisdom of voting in November? Why shouldn't we wait until January till people return and they get to see the renderings? You know, there's a reason 300 people didn't respond to that short survey. Maybe it's out of sight, out of mind. I understand about the vendors and all that, but maybe it may be a wiser decision to wait till January. But with all that being said, let's make Foxfire great again.
Love that. Nicely done.
Thanks.
Well, you know, as you correctly point out, one of the driving issues here is we would like to get the irrigation and regrassing underway next spring, and that requires locking in vendors, et cetera. And we would like to take advantage of the lower price we can get if we can get the vendors to commit to their pricing until we can get a vote. And so, you know, we will do everything we can to try and inform members as much as we can through another webinar, through a roundtable with a variety of people, community meetings, phone calls, etc. But you know, we are under time constraints.
I understand.
Okay, it's from Mary Ellen and Mike Cotter, and it says, this plan sounds like it will have something for everyone in it. The golf people will get the finest 27-hole golf course, and the ones looking forward to dining improvements, wellness center, permanent bocce, tennis court renovation will also get their wish list. We must come together to heal our community and make this plan come to fruition. Let's face it, we need you and you need us to get this passed. So let's stop talking about it and come together and start healing our wonderful community. Thank you for Mary Ellen and Mike Cotter. Go ahead, Tappy.
Okay, this is from Rachel and Bob Byrne.
Tappy.
My husband Bob and I have been at Foxfire since 2015. We appreciate the work done by the board of directors, she says special planning committee, the standing committees, the ears, the friends, and the individuals who have been sharing their points of view on the golf course and proposed amenities. We support the golf and amenities package because we feel it is in the best interest for this community. We need to move forward to offer our members more than golf. Right now, our only asset is 27 holes of golf. To increase our outdoor dining is vital at this time. We need a larger kitchen to accommodate the proper preparation and service of food. A fitness center is a primary request for new buyers. The cart barn is outdated and too small. The other amenities will only enhance and improve our social experience at Foxfire. Throughout our lives, we have strived for improvement, to be better people, to improve our homes, to have better relationships with our friends and family members, and yes, to hopefully improve our golf game. Let's commit ourselves to improving our community to make it the best it can be. The cost for doing nothing is stagnation and diminished community pride. The cost of being the best we can be is a mere $20 per month. We strongly support a dynamic, enhanced Foxfire. Thank you. Okay, the $20 a month is maybe not exactly accurate, but that's the start. And then I also have from the Keevers. Sorry. Please convey this if you would like. This is from Karen and Rich Keevers. We both have strong feelings to see the amenities package pass. We realize the importance of the irrigation and reseeding and know that it is absolutely needs to be done. We fear that a vote to only take care of the golf course only brings us to a point that none, all caps, of the other amenities will pass. So we are torn. We do not believe we should wait any longer to contract the golf course maintenance. The costs will only escalate if we don't sign up by November. So that's from the Keevers.
Okay. I believe that's all the members who wish to exercise their right to speak. Probably a Foxfire record in terms of the numbers.